Yo, what is happening, man? I had to check this content out, man. I seen it a few days ago, but I didn't watch it. I was like, I gotta save it for a reaction, man. Don Trip talking about mom's got pounded by the homie. Oh man, what's going on, G? Now I'm a little familiar with Don Trip. I only heard like one song that he had, but I liked it though. I heard that. Oh God, I ain't nah. Other than that, I don't know what kind of music he make though. But I've been meaning to kind of listen to a little bit more, see what he got. I just ain't got to it though. But we can already see what's going on, man, in regards to what's up with this situation right here, man.
Looking forward to saying the whole time.
That's cool. Yeah.
I was at a conversation with a friend of mine the other day who's a rapper, and I said, it's like a fucked up thing about rap is that there's a lot of things you could be into as a rapper that it just would never make sense for you to rap about. Like, I was like, you like fishing, right? He's like, yeah. I'm like, you think you could make a dope song about fishing? He's like, no. He's like, I don't got it in me.
I could.
Last night, okay, but I'm just gonna speed run this. Last night, so I listened to the old Step Brothers tape, I listened to the new Step Brothers tape. I'm thinking to myself, like, it's getting late, it's like 2:00 in the morning. I'm thinking, like, I'm gonna watch a bunch of like solo stuff, see what these guys are like as individuals a little bit more. And I put on a Don Trip video, and relatively quickly I realized that you are rapping about being in high school and and walking in on your mom hooking up with your friend from high school.
You picked the hell of one.
And then they got married.
Yeah,
you didn't go to the wedding.
No, I didn't go to the
And in that moment, I was like, this is a motherfucker who's very, very down to get outside his comfort zone. Because that is not something I ever would have thought I would have ever heard anybody rap about. That's way crazier than fishing. I don't know. I guess I just want to ask, like,
it's a little more intense than fishing.
When did it come into your head that this was something that you thought was suitable for a song? Also, this is like 20 years ago or whatever,
If you remember when we first sat down, I said, I don't give a fuck about what happens afterwards. Sometimes I had to, man, listen, I ain't got it all together. So I would rather release it than hold on to it. Because some of the things that I've had to release was already eating me alive. And that was one of them things.
These hoes is hoes.
I stopped turning the other cheek. I stopped trying to get you to hear me. When I'm speaking on the relationship with my mama, I just got tired of it. I got tired of the one-sidedness. Like, a lot of people.
Hey, how old my nigga Don Trip is, man? You know what I'm saying? Hopefully my nigga ain't young nigga looking like that, nigga. God damn. Man, on God, I ain't lying.
Feel like a lot of people will hurt you and feel like they did nothing wrong. And then when you respond to it, no matter how you respond, you're wrong. And I just, when it comes to music, that's what music is for me. That's my outlet. You can't combat it. You can't tell me what I'm feeling ain't true. You really can't say shit. You can respond, later after the music is released. But in most cases, I feel like somebody's got it. I ain't the only one dealing with it. Maybe not to the extent I had to deal with it, but I ain't the only one who was in that environment. It's people that can't introduce their older auntie to their younger friends because they auntie over flirtatious or might fuck them or whatever. Yeah. There's people that got to deal with that. And same with Letter to My Son. That was a record that up until then nobody would say any of what I said.
That's them black queens that they be talking about, huh?
So that's just how I feel. I feel like sometimes that shit that everybody be afraid to say need to be said. And that's what happened. That particular record just happened to be that. But the first verse of that record, I'm apologizing to my sister in hindsight. I'm like, we was growing up. We ain't, we weren't trying to be big brothers. We was trying to get out of mom's house.
Right.
And, now we look back and we see the damage it did to you. We didn't do it on purpose, but, I get it. I see it. And, I hate that that's how it turned out. I wish I had been more. I wish I had looked out for you more, but it's in reality, I couldn't. I wasn't there. I didn't have a choice. I had to leave. And when the decision was made, it wasn't, hey, do I live here with my mama, sleeping with my friend, or used to be friend? Do I live here and and look out for you? Or do I leave? That one part of the decision. Well, if you get what I'm saying, me being a big brother wasn't part of the decision to make.
Does your fan base hear that kind of song, and do you feel like them being excited that you were willing to share that about yourself? Like, do you feel it like in the comments and the response that like they appreciate that you were willing to crack that open, that you really didn't have to?
Man,
yeah, I see it a lot.
Man, homie sit over there and said, "Damn, nigga, your mama fine than a motherfucker, man." Then his mama out there looking at his homie. Damn, nigga. Cracked it. Then he said, what, they got married? Damn. So cold. That's some cold right there, boy.
And I think for the most part, that's my core audience appreciates the fact that, if anything, I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna tell you the good, the bad, and the ugly, whether it's in my favor or not. And I got records. I got records where I ain't. I'm the one to blame. I'm at fault. I know I'm not perfect either.
Oh God, I ain't lying.
I also have I only know how to call a spade, even if the spade is me. I think that's one of the key attributes. That's one of the main attractions for people who listen to my music. I'm gonna be honest. Is
real shit. I respect that. Nigga, I'm gonna have to go ahead and slap something real quick, man. See what you talking about, homie. They say you slap. Every time I talk to somebody about you, they say you slap, homie. So we gonna have to, you know what I'm saying? We gonna have to see what you're about. God, I ain't lying. But you do look like you about 50 though, nigga. Oh God, I ain't lying. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, so I hope you ain't like 20, nigga. You know what I'm saying? But hey, nigga, we up out of here, y'all. We go.